Good afternoon and welcome to Blindformers. I'm your host, Blind Prime, and for today we're going to be talking about Cosmos, the little UFO bot. Yay, Cosmos from Mars Attacks. Isn't he adorable? He's a cute little green UFO, and I covered him on my panel. If you want to watch that, I have it on my live stream section on my channel. I did a panel at TFCon in Orlando 2023, and I did a box opening to kind of showcase how I, as a blind person, learn a transformer, and I talk a bit about my life while I was doing it. So if you want to see that, there is no cream, but there's a cream here. Hey, cream. So please go ahead and check that out. But today I'm going to be teaching you how to transform it if you're one of those people who can't see the instruction manual, or if you're one of those people that thinks the instruction manual is a little too confusing because they do a terrible job, drawing out everything. So to those people, I exist. If you want a verbal instructional video, I'm your guy. I do it for the blind and the visually impaired, but also for anybody and everybody out there who may have lost your instructions. I create. Yes, yes, yes. And there's a cat. I'm sorry I didn't mention you sooner. Oh, yes, yes. Who's a good crew? And kisses from Cream. Yeah. Kisses from Cream. 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 I need to do this video now, okay? All right? I love your kisses, but come on. So, to start off the transformation, I'm going to ask you to like, share, and subscribe. Help me raise awareness for the blind and the visually impaired by sharing and subscribing. It goes a lot to helping me, and it helps me feed Cream. Well, not yet. This channel's not making any money, but Cream does need food. He's a big cat. He eats a lot. So, if you want to help me raise awareness for the blind and the visually impaired, then please hit the share and the like button. It does go a long way to assisting me, and I'm trying to reach a goal of 1,000 subscribers by January of 23rd, 2024. So help me achieve my goals, and I'd be much appreciated. So let's get started on this. So there's multiple ways you can start this, but let's start by just taking his head, okay? Because his head can be the worst part, because the head moves around in there. Shake it a bit. That head doesn't like to come out. So we've got to fix that problem, and fixing that problem would require actually pulling him apart. So let's actually transform him a bit, and maybe that head will come apart. First off, what you want to do is pull on each side of his arms and move them down and around. Okay? So by arms, I mean find the siege ports on each side of the UFO. There's two, one on each side, and you want to pull at those siege port connections, and you're going to pull the arms out. Then they're going to lower on their fun little hinges. So we're just going to lower them down and just kind of get them out of the way. Next, we can actually pull them both all the way back, and this is going to free up this entire back area a bit. Now that we've done that, we're going to go ahead and kind of pull and move and shift and groan as we get this center bit undone. The easiest way to do that is by taking these butt flaps, his side flaps on either side, which come together to hold these legs in place quite excellently. That's an engineering marvel right there. I love these flaps. So just come over here on each side of him and pull the flaps up, and that's going to release the legs. You can feel on the leg itself around the knee joint there is a rectangular peg just for those flaps. Then we're going to move these legs. Come on, legs. Get going. There it goes. And that leg's going to move a bit. Move the arms out of the way slightly. There it goes. And now that you've kind of shifted each of those arms around with your fingertips while getting his hips loose from underneath the butt flap, where his butt is stored. His butt is stored under the butt flap, yes. Now you're going to have a very weird feeling thing. There's a hinge in there, and there's another hinge. And this is a double hinged groin area. And what you're going to do with that is you're going to just push it forward, and it's going to snap into place right where his front of his groin will be. There we go. And now we can separate the legs, and we go ahead and move each of the fronts down of the legs, and we've got his feet. His feet are the front of the UFO. Now this is a step I missed during my box opening video because I didn't know it existed. But on the sides of this, where the guns are, those guns actually become his heels. So you want to bring them around to the back of there. But be careful, there's a slit cut into this so it can lock into place. But that will require you actually moving the foot around a bit and getting it locked in at the correct angle. There it goes. Cool. Next step, let's do that on the other side. Let's shift that heel around and then move the foot around till it locks in. And you got to find the sweet spot. You don't want to push it too much because you don't want to break it. These guys are expensive. And there it goes. It's snapped into place. Cool. So now that you've done that, he's got feet. Yay, he's got footies. Now, what we're going to do is fold the butt flap down. And this is a fun part, okay? That siege port on the back of the UFO is actually a joint, and it's going to rotate 180 degrees. Then you want to go ahead and fold each of the flaps on his sides down to cover the legs. And when we do that, go ahead and pull that butt flap up because we're going to need it to be pulled up. Next step is to actually connect these arms. If you feel on the underside of the arms, you'll find that there's little slits, little bitty slits, and they actually plug into those rectangular things on either side of Cosmos's chest. And you just gotta get them positioned correctly, and it can be a pain. I will tell you that right now. I'm not going to lie to you about that. That is a painful little step of the process. It doesn't like to do it. Now let's go ahead and try and get this head folded out. There it goes. Now that we've released a lot of the pressures around the area, that head is no longer restricted inside and it comes out easily. That's why I suggest unfolding the head after you've rotated the arms, otherwise you may scrape the top of the head pane. All right, now let's go ahead and make sure we've got these guys locked into place on either side, because if they're not locked into place, they're just not going to do well. There it goes, locked in on each side. Excellent. Then fold that flap down on his back, and you have a Cosmos. Isn't that cool? Now, here's something fun that you can do with the Fire Talk stand. I've got Cosmos's gun here. We're going to plug a blast effect from Studio Series 86 Ultra Magnus into the end of the gun with the fire effects going back. Okay, because the end of this gun is actually a siege peg. So then we're going to plug the gun into his hand. Come on, there it goes. Gun is plugged into his hand. Then you're going to take this blast effect and you're going to plug it in to the top of the Fire Talk stand. All right. Now that that's plugged in, I'm going to go ahead and raise him up and switch him around. Crap. He didn't connect properly at the arms, so that's not going to work quite right. But you get the general gist. It actually looks cool, and we will talk about that tomorrow on tomorrow's video. I'm going to take a little time and lock his arms down better. That's the worst part about this transformation. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode, and I hope you've enjoyed Cream the Cat. Please like, share, and subscribe, and tune in next Prime. We'll talk about the robot mode and do some comparisons with the other mini-bots. Until next Prime, bye-bye for now.